Welcome to Real Truth Real Quick. My name is Rick Smith. I'm here with my friend Todd Wagner. How you doing, Todd?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Well, today we're just talking about a happy topic, the topic of death and burial.
There we go.
And what's happy for me, I know where I'm going.
I like to say I'm wearing black because of that, but I kind of always wear black.
Always wear
right?
black?
Yeah.
So here's a question. Cremation. Is it okay? Is that okay for a Christian? What's the biblical view of cremation? Or is there one?
Wow. Well, you know what? The Bible doesn't really talk about this. And so it's going to come down to an area of conscience, but it also is an area of conscience that has to be informed by biblical truth. So what do we mean by that? I would ask people, why are you going to cremate something, or the body specifically, or why wouldn't you? Some people feel like if they cremate the body, they are making a statement about their lack of belief in a resurrection. And so to do that would be a violation of their conscience, because as a biblical believer, we believe there's going to be a bodily resurrection of the dead. And so if I just discard the body and act like it's not important, then I'm really scoffing at God, and I'm taking a more mystical view that there's a spirit resurrection, but not a bodily resurrection. Okay? And so it would be a violation of their conscience. They would think they're sinning against God by doing that. And I said, well, then you cremation, excuse me. But what I would say to people is, you do realize that the body that's going to be resurrected is an imperishable body. It talks about this in 1 Corinthians chapter 15. And it just says this. It says, now behold, I say this, brethren, this is verse 50, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God, nor does the perishable inherit the imperishable. Behold, I tell you a mystery. We will not all sleep, but we will all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet, for the trumpet will sound, and the dead will be raised imperishable, and we will be changed. For this perishable man must put on the imperishable, and this mortal must put on immortality. So basically, the body that we preserve through Christian burial, okay, as we would call it, is not going to be the body that is resurrected, okay? I think it's okay to treat this body with honor, this tent that we've lived in, because it's been God's gift for us to get through earth. Likewise, though, I think it's okay if somebody feels like, hey, listen, I don't need to preserve this body through every method of preservation that I can by embalming so that the body might last longer. Because, Rick, I got to tell you that I don't care how well you embalm a body. Some of our Christian brothers and sisters have come from dust, as it says in Genesis, and to dust they will return. Okay? That's what happens to every embalmed body. Every mummified body becomes dust. So whether you accelerate that movement to ashes and dust, or whether you let it happen over time, that's what happens to our perishable body. Okay? What you can't do is have a flippant view towards what the faith teaches, which is in the bodily resurrection, that we will be with God in glory in a corporal state. And if you're dismissive of that, you're dismissive of the faith, which is a bigger problem than whether you cremate or whether you embalm and bury. So what does the Bible say? What's the biblical view of cremation? It's silent on it. It's not silent on what happens at the resurrection, but it's silent on how you can move a person from this life into a place of, storage, okay? And what we don't want to do is believe that people that are eaten by sharks, okay, or that have some tragic accident where their body is burned in a fire, that somehow that's going to hurt God's chance of bringing them back together. That's lunacy. Yeah. Okay? But what I would do is say, honor your faith and honor your God, and be at peace.
All right. Well, there you go. Under 5 minutes. Great answer. We'll see you next week on another episode of Real Truth Real Quick.